get some colonics done.
No. Oh my gosh.
That's absolutely
That's
fear of mine.
Paradigm
I'm actually scared.
changing thing. You'll see.
Edgar Casey
How often have I
said to do
been?
that.
How often have I been right?
I don't want anyone up there.
You do it to yourself.
That's an
you
outdoor.
lay back in this thing, and your feet are up here, and it's kind of like reclining, and your butt's over this like little well, and you got a little tube in your sphincter, and so you put the towel over you once you slide it in, and then you just lay there, and the hydrotherapist comes in, and she's like, "Are you good?" And she lifts up the thing under the hood. He goes, "Oh, it looks inserted properly." Closes it, turns the water on. You got relaxing music.
Is it like a gentle, warm trickle? Or is it like a shooting shot?
No, it's gravity fed. So what happens is you can feel it. It goes through. You can feel it going up your colon because it is a slightly different temperature, and it just kind of if you've ever seen the diagram of how our bodies look and our colon is, how it wraps around this way, you can literally feel the water as it comes in your body and goes around, and you feel yourself filling up, and you kind of feel it's crampy, and then when you feel like, oh, I gotta like take a shit basically, you just go, oh,
just blow it,
and so the tube stays there, and like your sphincter like opens up, and it's like.
That's probably satisfying.
And it comes out. Yeah, it is. It's very.
I feel like it'd be satisfying to see what's coming out, right?
I'm not done. And so down at the bottom, they have the plumbing that comes out. It's about this big, obviously, and it's all clear plastic, and it's surrounded by mirrors and has fluorescent light on it, and so you can see everything that's coming out. And so when you're doing like the bentonite clay and the psyllium husk powder, it sticks to everything that's in your small intestine, your colon, and all that, and just the movement of the natural small intestine and colon pulls the mucus and any impacted feces and stuff out of you, and just like I said, your colon fills up with water, and you got to remember your lymphatic system, which is where all your cells secrete their waste. It doesn't have a heart to pump and drain into the colon, and it's the expansion and contraction of the muscles that moves this fluid. It looks like kind of like melted, dirty Vaseline, because you'll see it in the toilet after you've had the colonics.
But
that's what lymphatic fluid is. And so that as you're laying there and you're dumping this stuff out, your lymphatic system starts dumping all this, the fluid and stuff as well. And it's when you get off the table after 30 minutes, your face is all red and flushed, and you're just like, oh, you feel good. You'll sit down in the toilet, and you'll take you feel like you gotta pinch a loaf off, and it'll just be like, and it's just like a garden hose coming out your butt of like cloudy water because there's nothing left to come out.
Yeah.
And you just.
But okay, I have a question.
Let me finish. So you feel just so much better, and your abdomen is like, it's kind of shrunk in, because most people lose 10 or 15 pounds when they go and they do a colonic, because that's how you think. I just took a giant turd this morning, and I just lost 10 pounds, 15 pounds after a colonic. How is that possible?
With all of your juicing and how clean you eat now, though, I wonder if you would actually have any of that kind of waste in your body. I was just wondering.
When you eat any kind of processed food or dessert or cake, or you drink beer.
What was it, the Fruit Loop sundae that you had?
Oh, yeah. I had a sundae at a restaurant around here.
Fruity Pebbles.
And there's Fruity Pebbles and the sundae. And it's like as a cereal I used to eat as a kid. I was like, it was amazing. It was like one of the best sundaes I've ever had in my life. But about 20 minutes after, I felt like I was going to blow chunks. But it tasted great on the way down.
Yeah.
But you eat stuff like that, and your body produces mucus, and that stuff goes through your body. It just eventually sticks, and it gets caked up inside you. And the bentonite clay and the psyllium husk powder, it kind of expands as as it mixes with water, and it sticks to everything. And so as your small intestine moves, its normal dilations, and your colon, that it sticks on to mucus or impacted feces or whatever, and it just pulls it away from the walls. And so your small intestine has these little finger-like things called, I think it's villi. And so that's what actually absorbs the nutrients. And if it's caked up with mucus and stuff, as you age, your body, you could be eating the best foods, but it can't absorb the nutrients. And so you could see this stuff come out of you. And in fact, if you do a cleanse for a couple of days with it and the stuff comes out, it kind of comes out your butt and hangs.
Yeah.
And it,
I've seen
you'll
pictures
see
of that.
this stuff. It's shaped like your colon.
Yeah.
And it has like really shiny, slimy, brownish stuff that looks like almost like rubber, and it's coming out of you. And then there'll be other stuff that have like bubbles around it, and it looks like gnarly, like it's been sitting there.
Does stuff come out every
breaking
time, or
down.
just the first time you do it?
Every time. Because if you're not eating, nobody eats perfect. You want to have cheat days. You want to have pizza. You want to drink beer and junk food and gummy bears or whatever. And when you eat that kind of crap, your body produces mucus. It goes through you, and over the years, that stuff starts
Builds.
to cake up in you. And there's people that get impacted colons and stuff, and they tear. And then they got feces dumping into their
Body.
abdomens.
Yeah, they become septic.
Yeah. So one of the things that Edgar Casey said was, he said you should take an internal bath twice a year. So in other words, every 6 months you do one colonic. So you've never done it, but obviously at the end of the day, you've got, because of your diet and the choices, because you're a broke 19-year-old college student, as you like to put it, the stuff you eat and the partying that you do, and obviously just the regular punch you drink because you're 19, it comes through your skin. And so if you if you're eating those kind of foods that cause you basically to back up, you got to think about the fluids of your body as kind of like a fish tank or a fish bowl. And so it's, if you've seen the ocean, when the ocean's clear and it's blue and it's beautiful, the fish look amazing, the coral looks amazing. But when the water is toxic, the coral's dead, the fish look messed up, they got their eyeballs all big and blown up because it's infected. And so the same thing happens in our bodies, in our inner terrain. And so when we eat things with lots of sugar and carbohydrates and stuff, it creates the environment where you ferment internally. And so it's like the fluids of your body become like a stagnant pond of water. And then the emergency systems is it comes through your skin, because your skin's your biggest organ. And so by doing the colonics, which I know you're excited about, it'll help. You'll feel better. You'll look better. Your acne, everything will get better. And the week
That's
after
something that I would do later in life and never tell anyone about.
we're getting
I would
there.
just secretly do it and never
She
share.
already said, well, if I have to do it, I'll do it.
No.
We have that on video, as a matter of fact.
No. Well,
You've already
women
committed
change
to
their
it.
mind, and
We've committed to, oh,
I'm not
now
doing
she
it.
admits.
I'm not doing it. I think that it would help, but it doesn't seem appealing to me, and
It seems like it would be really shocking to the body.
Yeah, that would actually scar me for life. I don't think I'd.
Now, how is that? Is that similar to when you get a colonic and you have to do all the drinks before they do the colonic? Have you done that yet?
Well, I've done ones where I do like a juice cleanse where I'm just doing green juices and protein powder and stuff like that for 3 or 4 days. And I'll do the bentonite clay and the psyllium husk powder. Because like I said, you can see what comes out of you. And it smells gnarly.
And that too, another reason not to do
But it's better out than in.
Yeah.
Would you rather have this in you,
True.
polluting your body and shortening your life and fucking you up and coming through your skin?
Yeah.
Because that's what it means. It means you're not taking, here's the reality. Like if you look at like animals, like peacocks especially, they show especially the male, they show their big feathers to get the female's attention. And males where the feathers are kind of dull and they're kind of broken and messed up, the females tend to avoid because they can tell that particular male is unhealthy or doesn't have the best genes. And so biologically, we are programmed to seek out the healthiest and the most youthful that are going to have the youngest, healthiest genes, the strongest genes. That's why women seek out men that are very strong, very masculine, because there's a good chance that that child will survive to adulthood and be successful in life and be able to reproduce and pass the genes on to the next generation. We're just
For
biological.
procreation.
That's why the every guy is like, oh, the captain, the cheerleader. Everybody wants to get with her because she's the top tier girl. If she's successful, and same thing for women. Women want to date and fuck the Tom Bradys of the world because they're the best at what they do. Their kids are obviously going to be amazing. Whether you realize it or not, we're programmed to seek better than what we are because our genes will have a higher likelihood of surviving.
That's kind of interesting. The boys I like are small, malnourished, look younger than me. I don't know if my genes are going to survive, but it's okay.